Hey guys, welcome to House Nana. Today I'm doing another review. In this one I probably have like zero credibility, but you know what? There's something about buying and then reviewing it on YouTube that just makes me justify my purchases that are made out of impulse. So here we are yet again. So I was scrolling through Amazon and they targeted me and I saw this ad and I was like, I need it. So I bought a set of travel brushes for my makeup. The name of the set is actually quite long. I'm gonna have to read it off here. Bear with me. This is the way it looks like. It comes with a little pouch. And the name of this is the Real Technique Travel Fantasy Mini Brush Kit. And I think it's usually valued at £20, but I got it for like 13 because Amazon had a discount on it. And it comes with like 10 brushes. Now, why I got this, like why I thought I would like this is I like anything in small. Like I think it's very cute. I think it's very like space conscious, and when I saw these I was like, I need them because I do travel a lot, which I'm very lucky about, and one of my pet peeves is traveling with really chunky makeup, and I don't have a lot of makeup in general, so that means the makeup that I have is the makeup that I travel with because it's the makeup that I use for my everyday. So taking all of it with me, it just is so chunky and I hate it. But also in June, I'm gonna be living off of a carry-on for about 2 or 3 weeks because we're doing like a road trip in Spain that I'll be vlogging, so you can like subscribe to the channel and that way you can like see them. But that means basically every second day we're gonna leave the place we're in, so we're not gonna be like unpacking a lot. So therefore, brushes. I'll show you what it comes with. So this is the little case. I really like it. It is really pretty. It's really small and compact, which is something that you want. I usually take all of these pouches and I throw them away. But what I really like about this one, so that's why I'm going to keep it, is that it fits all the brushes in here and like the 2 extra ones that I would have to take with me on a trip. So that way I can keep separated my makeup with my actual brushes. That is very nice for packing. I really like that for packing. Don't know why. I'm a little bit of a psycho. So this is the first brush that we have. It's a 407, the mini multitask brush. This one, they're all really soft. They're all Real Techniques. Like they're all really good makeup brushes. So like there's no complaints with any of them here on softness or anything like that. This is the biggest one, I would say, and the fluffiest one. Then there's the 406, which is the mini medium sculpting brush. This one's just a little bit angled. I don't know a lot about makeup, okay, so we're just going with it. Then we have the 206. This one would be the next biggest brush, and this one says mini contour brush. The next biggest brush is the 308, and it says mini medium shadow brush. This one really tiny. So then we have the 210 mini expert concealer brush. This one, honestly, like I see why it says concealer, but I don't know if I would use it for that. Then there is the 301 mini base shadow brush. This one is really pretty. I really like this one. It's fluffy. I like the fluffy ones. Then you get the 307 mini shading brush. The 332 mini smudge brush. The 313 mini definer brush, and the last one is the, I don't know if there's even a number on this, a 343 mini spoolie. I'm obsessed with the spoolie. The spoolie takes up so much space, like the regular ones, so this is probably like my favorite one. It's probably my favorite brush. That's really sad. Anyways, so I figured I would put it to the test, see if I can do my makeup today with these brushes and like this one as well that I already have. If I can do my makeup with all of these, I'm set, and it means it works. It is the go-to travel kit. A disclaimer as well is I don't use brushes at all for what they're like specified as, so you're gonna have to like bear with me on that. I genuinely just don't. I just find my own uses for brushes. Like this one is called, I think, like the blending brush from e.l.f. and I use it for contour. Like I genuinely don't use it for what it should be used for, so don't hate me. And I know that obviously if they don't perform as I expect them to, it's probably because I'm using them wrong, but we're gonna see how it works. So let's start. Okay, so I'm using this Charlotte Tilbury, like, what's it called? I don't even know what this is called, but it's like a brightening thing, and it just helps me with my under eyes because I don't sleep very often. So I put it under my eyes and next to my nose. And that's it. That's how little I use. This is the tiniest product I have, and it costs a lot of money, so I'm actually really thankful that I don't use a lot of it because it would be so expensive if I used a lot. I then have two makeup sponges. I have this one for traveling technically, but I really like the big one, so I don't know. I think for the purpose of the video, I'm just gonna use the small one and then see if I need the big one, because that's the whole point about the video. So here we go with my tiny one. It's really cute. I really like it. It's really fluffy. It's literally also Real Techniques. So we're staying on brand. So I'm just gonna pick up my concealer. I use the Maybelline one, which is super affordable, and for me it's literally like the same thing as the NARS concealer. So why spend more money when it's the same? There we go. Okay, so my thoughts on the small beauty blender is that it's very, very cute, and it does its job. Like, it's really, like, you know, it's all blended in nicely. It just takes a slight bit more time, but when I say slight, I mean like the actual slightest. But it actually does really good job of blending. So I guess it depends if you're not traveling with your foundation, because I don't use foundation for every day, but if I'm gonna go somewhere for a really long period of time, like let's just say a month, I do take my foundation just in case there's like an event or anything. So if you're gonna use your foundation with your beauty blender, it's gonna take a really long while. If it's just concealer, this does the job beautifully. Okay, my next step is my contour, which is the Fenty Beauty one. What's the shade in this? I think Amber. To be honest, it's a very natural thing. I don't really do much. I use the e.l.f. blending brush for this, and this brush that I use, honestly I use it every day. This one I know it works. This one I know that I like. And it's good that it's travel size. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick up on this, but I have hair here, and so it like traps my contour, and it doesn't do it on this side, funny enough. I don't know why. So I have to like get in there. And then sometimes I just get paranoid, but that's like just my hair. So there's nothing you can do about it. Anyways, let's move on from that insecurity. Next thing that I do is my blush. I always do my blush right after, because my bronzer is a powder. So I do cream stuff first. I just use that and that. And to blend it in, I'm going to use the mini medium sculpting brush. So the 406. Just to like, oh, this is nice. Obviously, like, I haven't had clean brushes in such a long while, so this is really nice. Maybe I should clean my other brushes. That's what I'm gonna learn from this video. Okay. Oh, this is really nice for cream product. Like, it just blends it out so nicely. I really like this. It's also really good to like, such a great size. I love minis. It's so good. Approved. 406 approved. Then I'm gonna take the biggest brush that I guess it should be like a setting powder thing, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna actually use it for my bronzer. I use my bronzer to like blend these two things together, so my contour and my blush, so I'm not specific of where I put it. I kind of just want to like put it on top of everything, really. I also love a bronze look because, as you can see, I'm way more bronzed in my body than my face, because I really take care of my face. And I went to the beach like 3 months ago, and I really stay in the shade, because if you see one of our vlogs, I burned myself like with the sun, obviously, but and I had this really bad like burn over here, so I'm just like a little bit traumatized over it, and so I just stay very clear from the sun from my face. So I have very different tones, but it's fine, who cares, not me. Anyways, I'm gonna grab my butter bronzer. I'm gonna grab the fluffiest brush. So this is the mini Multitask brush. in the 406. Okay, this is the softest brush so far. Like this is, I know that it's the fluffy one, so it probably should be the softest, but it is insanely good. I also take my, like what's left over, and I put it under my nose and at the top as well. And then over my eyes. This is so good. This is the good size. Especially, I hate traveling with fluffy brushes because they take up so much space. So mini fluffy approved. So for my highlighter, I use the Cookie by Benefit. That's all I have for you. I don't know if there's any like other name. It sounds really simple, doesn't it? But this one I just stumbled upon by mistake and I really have kept it. It's like my favorite highlighter and it's the only one I like. And I'm gonna be using the 206 brush, the mini contour brush. So definitely not what I am using it for. You probably can't even see my highlighter because it's so natural, but that's the way I like it. I like when you can see it like in the sun, you know? I really like it. This brush is definitely good. It's just for highlighter, and obviously like I'm using it for something that it shouldn't be used. It's maybe a tiny bit big, but it blends out really nicely and it works with powder product as well. So approved. I like it. I really, yeah, I'm still gonna use it for highlighter anyways. I think it works. Comparing it to the one that I use for actual contour, it's just, I just want the line. I don't want so much like the preciseness. Like maybe if I was doing like a very detailed look, but I think this works for more like free because it's fluffy towards the outsides and this one's just like straight. So I prefer this for contour, or the contour that I want to do. But this is good highlighter. I just feel like it might be a little bit big for it. But I'm still gonna use it because it still looks good, so it's fine. Who cares? This is gonna be like my inner corner brush because I use this highlighter also for the inner corner of my eyes instead of the other highlighter that I use for my actual eyes. So I'm gonna use the 307 brush, mini shading brush. I feel like you can't even see the difference between this, but I see it and I care, so. Okay. Also, is there even like a technique to do like the inner corner of your eye? Because I don't have any. Anyways, it's a little bit fluffy for that, but it works. It does its job. Approved. Next thing is I'm just gonna add this highlighter from Fenty Beauty. This one is the Champagne Heist. I bought it for highlighter, but it's actually not my favorite highlighter. I use it more for like my actual eyeshadow. This one I'm obsessed with, but this one I just use my finger every day, so we're just gonna keep that going as well. I take this same finger and put it over here. There we go. And then I go in with my palette. So this is the California Love Color Pop palette. It's the only palette I own, so I really like it. So I just take this like super dark brown shade, well the darkest one. I'm gonna use for this the 301, the mini base shadow brush. I'm gonna go on the outsides of my eye and then like go on the, what's it called? I know this word. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. The crease. Yeah, the crease, that's the word, yeah. So there we go. That really worked. The only thing I have to say about this one is I really like the way it did its job. The only thing is I think it's a little bit maybe too flat. Like I would like it to be a little bit fluffier to the sides. But other than that, it actually works really well. And like I don't need anything else. It's nice. It's simple to use. Love it. Approved as well. And I'm going to take this one, which is called the 332 mini smudge brush. Oh, I'm going to just take the same shade on there and put it at the bottom of my eye. I never use a smudge brush for that. I always use like the same brush that I use at the top, but I had this brush left over from what I was planning on using it. So this was good. This was really good. I like it. Maybe I'm actually gonna keep it like with my everyday brushes, maybe. Who knows? Once that's done, I'm just gonna do my eyebrows. This is the, like, even though it's super faded, there's nothing on there. This is the Gimme Brow from Benefit, and I I've used other brow products, but I always return to this one, so this is it for me. So I have these 4 left that I haven't used. I know that the spoolie I'm going to use now in a bit, so that I'm fine with. So the ones that I found no job right now for, which is nice though, is the mini definer brush, which is the 313, and then the 308, which is the mini medium shadow brush, and then the mini expert concealer, which is the 210. I know for a fact that this one I would use to do eyeliner when I do eyeliner, so if I do like halfway of an event. So this is good to have. I like it. Approved. This medium shadow brush, this one I would use for like eye stuff if it were more complicated, to add like an extra color, or instead of using my finger I could use it for like actual eyeshadow. Actually, let's do that. Even though it's gonna be very shiny, let's do it. So the mini medium shadow brush, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna put this shade over here. I'm just gonna pat it in. Yeah, like it's a really good size to add that like shimmer. So if I wanted to like use a different shimmer shade or not use my finger, I would go for this one, and it's really nice. It's actually a really good size and it blends everything really well in. I mean, I know that I already had some shiny on there, so you can't really see, but that's what I would use that one for. And then the mini concealer one, so I guess this one I would use if I need to just attack like a very specific place, or if I didn't feel like using my beauty blender. So it's still nice to have an extra brush just in case. So we like it, we stand. While I did that explanation, I'm going to use the last one that I know I'm going to use every day, which is the spoolie, and I'm just going to brush out my eyebrows. I always do this because I don't like my eyebrows to look too stiff. I like the fluffy freeness of having them, so I just brush them through. I grabbed my setting spray, which I know this can't travel on a plane, so I need to like find a small setting spray, and I'm just gonna go to town with it. And once it's like still damp, I grab my beauty blender and just go over my concealer, because it really helps not having any creases. I don't actually set with any powders because I'm too lazy, and also with this concealer I feel like I personally don't need it. And usually with my big beauty blender I take the bottom part and just go through all of this to make sure it's blended, but that takes a really long while with this tiny one, so I'm gonna leave it without that. And my last step is my mascara. I always use my eyelash curler, and I feel like I need a smaller eyelash curler for travel as well, but you know what, that's a problem for later. We're gonna leave that to like deal with later. Just curl my eyelashes. I feel like I figured out the whole like not doing the ugly face. I don't know why I figured it out, because nobody ever like watches me do my makeup, but I don't need to do it anymore to do this, which is a talent, I would say. And then I go with my Lash Sensational Maybelline mascara. This one is really nice. I find it really hard to smudge, but also it's not waterproof, so I don't have to like really pull my eyelashes out every single time I'm taking it out at night. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. I also don't put a lot on because it's every day. I don't need too much wow, you know? I just want to enhance what we've got. And that's it. That's my everyday. So considering all these brushes that fit super nicely into this little pouch here, it's super psychedelic. And also I put absolutely everything, so a pair of tweezers, my other small brush that I used today, and my beauty blender. It fits everything in this little pouch. So it's like utensils, well, plus this, but you know, that's a problem from later. Like, it's actually really compact, really easy to travel with. So considering I paid £12 and the regular size of Real Techniques brushes are also usually like £12 or £10, I would say I'm really happy, and I would definitely recommend this if you travel a lot, or if you just don't have a lot of space in your like bathroom, because like you could literally just prop this against the wall, keep it like open, and then just pull them out every day, and it's tiny, compact. I feel like the other ones just take up too much space, and I genuinely feel like I got a lot done. Like, this is how I look every day with my regular brushes anyways, so for me it works. And this is my long ass video of justifying my impulse purchase that gave me 5 minutes of serotonin. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you like this video, or subscribe to our channel to not miss any of the videos that we upload every week. And that's it. Mwah, mwah. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.